There's a quiet moment, often right before the world starts demanding things of you. In the soft light of morning, when everything is still. Maybe you catch your reflection and pause. Maybe it's a crease on your skin you hadn't seen before. Maybe your knees now creak like old wooden stairs. Not in a charming, rustic way, more in a should I be worried kind of way. You touch your face, you tug at your clothes, and a quiet little thought floats in, almost like it's asking for permission. Am I still beautiful? In a culture obsessed with youth, aging can feel like being slowly asked to step aside, like you're being quietly moved to the back row in a group photo. No one says it out loud, but the message is clear. Thanks for everything now, please age discreetly. But Buddhism offers something else entirely. Not a magic cream, not a pep talk about looking 10 years younger. Although if anyone figures that out, please share. It offers something deeper, a chance to see your body in a new light. Not as something falling apart, but as something blooming into fullness. Yes, even if that fullness now includes your arms, your belly, and the part of your back you can no longer see without a mirror and a prayer. So let's walk together. Let's explore how to love this changing body with the gentle eyes of presence and the soft smile of understanding. And maybe a few good laughs along the way, because laughter counts as core work, right? We're taught that beauty has a deadline, that at some invisible point somewhere between your last youthful glow and your first gray hair you quietly slide off the radar. Suddenly, products labeled anti-aging show up in your shopping cart, like little apologies. Ads start to look like they were made for someone else, someone with no pores and a wind machine constantly blowing their hair. And then, there's the moment you realize the models in skincare commercials are younger than your moisturizer. But Buddhism offers a kind of beauty that doesn't operate on that clock. It says, beauty isn't about symmetry, tightness, or lighting filters. It's about presence. It's about how deeply you've lived and how tenderly you now walk through the world. It's not in your cheekbones. It's in your kindness. It's not in your waistline. It's in your wisdom. It's not in your youthful glow. It's in the way your presence makes others feel seen. This kind of beauty, it doesn't fade. It deepens. Think of someone you admire not for how they look, but for how they make you feel. Maybe it's your aunt who always listens without judgment, or a teacher who held space for your mess, or the friend who made you laugh when you wanted to cry. That's beauty. So yes, your body may have changed. Your smile may now come with parentheses. But your beauty, it's not the before picture, it's the story, the full one. Your laugh lines, that's your joy, permanently etched. Your stretch marks, that's growth with receipts. Your silver hairs, that's moonlight you carry around. Let's stop treating beauty like something we're trying to get back to, like it's only valid if it looks like our 23-year-old self. That version of you was beautiful. But so is this one, wiser, funnier, softer in the best ways. And honestly, this version probably gives better hugs. So the next time you look in the mirror and feel unsure, try this, smile gently, and say, I'm not disappearing, I'm unfolding. And unfolding, my friend, looks good on you. Sometimes it feels like your body didn't get the memo. You wake up and your shoulder says, surprise, I don't rotate anymore. Your jeans are tighter in places you didn't know jeans could be tight. You sneeze and suddenly it's a full body event that requires a recovery period. And worst of all, you start seeing your body not as a friend, but as a traitor. But here's the truth, your body didn't betray you. It's not malfunctioning, it's evolving, just like you are. In Buddhism, the body is seen as part of the natural cycle of impermanence. We are born, we grow, we change, we decay. It's not failure, it's nature. It's not punishment, it's just how things are. The cherry blossom falls. The leaves turn. And yes, sometimes our backs spasm when we sneeze. Your body is not a mistake. It's not something to fix. It's the sacred vehicle through which you've loved, cried, carried others, learned lessons, and made it through every single hard day so far. That soft belly, That's where your laughter leaves. Those tired legs, they've carried you through more than just errands. They've walked you through heartbreak, through work days you didn't think you'd survive, through moments of quiet joy in the kitchen with tea. That skin that's not as tight as it used to be. It's the same skin that held your first kiss. Your biggest losses. The sun from that trip you'll always remember. In Buddhism, we're invited to come home to the body not as a project to fix, but a place to care for. To say, thank you, I know I haven't always been kind to you, but I see now you were never the enemy. Instead of pinching your stomach, place your hand gently over it. Instead of sighing at the mirror, try a smile, even a small one. Instead of judging, get curious. What does my body need right now? Rest? Water? A dance party in the kitchen? Yes, you can still dance. Just maybe warm up a little first. Your body isn't what's wrong. It's what's right. It's the part of you that shows up every day and tries again. So go ahead, thank your knees, even if they sound like bubble wrap. Thank your arms, even if they wave a little longer after you do. This body has never once given up on you. Isn't it time you returned the favor? There's a moment, maybe in the bathroom, maybe in a department store fitting room with suspicious lighting, when you catch your reflection and immediately start an internal roast session. Is that a wrinkle or a sleep crease that never left? When did my neck become a whole topographical map? Are my earlobes drooping? Is that even a thing? Suddenly, the mirror becomes a courtroom. You're the defendant. The crime? Aging. The sentence? Self-doubt with a side of comparison. But let's take a breath here. In Buddhism, the mirror is a tool for clarity, not judgment. It's meant to reflect, not condemn. The problem isn't the mirror. It's the lens we've been trained to look through. A cultural filter obsessed with youth, smoothness, and staying relevant by pretending to be 25 forever. But here's a rebellious thought. What if the lines on your face aren't flaws, but features? Not anti-aging signs, but pro-living signs. Each one says, you made it through that heartbreak. You raised a human being. You got back up again and again. Maybe your laugh lines aren't a problem. Maybe they're proof that you've laughed loudly and often. Especially at your own jokes, which is a skill and a service. So instead of shrinking away from the mirror, try this Buddhist practice. Look gently, breathe softly, smile slightly. Notice the mind's tendency to label and then let those labels go like clouds floating past. Try saying, I see you, I honor you, and I do not need to look like my high school yearbook photo to be deeply, wildly lovable. If all else fails, tape a sticky note on your mirror that says, you are aging like a fine wine, or a weird cheese. Either way, you've got character. The mirror is not the judge. You are not on trial. You're simply standing face to face with someone who's lived and is still becoming. What a beautiful thing to see. Raise your hand if you've ever looked at an old photo and thought, wow, I looked amazing. Why didn't I appreciate it back then? Ah, yes, the classic time delay compliment delivered by your future self with a side of nostalgia and maybe a little regret. Back then, you were probably zooming in on your pores, or worrying that your arm looked weird, or wondering if that outfit really worked. Spoiler alert. It did. You looked great. The arm was fine. This is what we do, isn't it? We keep moving the goalpost of what counts as beautiful. We look back with admiration and forward with anxiety, and forget to actually look at ourselves now with kindness. But Buddhism invites us to stop playing the highlight reel of the past or fast-forwarding to a hypothetical better version of ourselves. It invites us to be here, now. To see our body not as a before picture, but as a whole, living expression of this moment. And let's be honest, this body, it's been through stuff. It's carried heavy groceries and heavy emotions. It's been up late worrying about people you love. It's gotten paper cuts, weird rashes, mystery bruises, and still showed up the next day like, all right, let's try again. This body has kept your heart beating through grief, kept your breath steady during awkward conversations, and kept your hands steady enough to put on eyeliner in a moving car, which is honestly a spiritual skill. It's not a project. It's not a renovation site. It's a miracle in motion. Yes, things are shifting. Yes, gravity has some strong opinions. Yes, maybe you don't bounce back like you used to. But maybe you don't need to bounce back. Maybe you're not supposed to be who you were. Maybe you're supposed to be exactly who you are. Creased, softened, wiser, and far more interesting at dinner parties. So here's your gentle reminder. You are not a before picture. You are a whole story. And your beauty is not waiting in the wings. It's center stage right now. Let's be honest. Skincare is great. Serums, masks, jade rollers that feel weirdly like petting a cool lizard. Love it. But presence is the real glow up. When we're truly present, we stop fighting time and start living inside it. We stop squinting at our reflection like it's a problem to solve and start softening like butter left out on the counter. Not melted, just delightfully spreadable. Because here's the secret. It's not the wrinkle that makes you look tired. It's the tension. It's the self-criticism that lives just beneath the surface. When we greet ourselves with mindfulness, something shifts. Our face relaxes. Our eyes soften. We become less, how do I look? And more, I'm here. Think about someone you know who lights up a room. It's not usually because of their jawline. It's because they see people. They're with people. And that kind of presence doesn't age. It deepens. Buddhist practice reminds us that we don't have to run from impermanence. We can breathe into it. We can meet this moment fully, even if this moment comes with laugh lines, gray hairs, or a mysterious new sound your shoulder makes when you stretch. Presence lets us show up not just despite the changes, but because of them. It's not how do I stay young? It's how do I stay awake? And when you're awake, really awake, you realize that joy isn't in your cheekbones. It's in your cheeks when you smile for real. Beauty isn't in symmetry. It's in sincerity. And confidence, that's the feeling of being on your own side. So yes, keep the moisturizer, but maybe also try a little stillness. Try looking at yourself like someone worth loving now, not 10 pounds or 10 years from now. Just now. That's not just beauty. That's peace. Let's flip the script for a second. What if aging isn't a slow unraveling, but a ripening? Not in the banana left in the sun way, although, yes, we may bruise more easily now, but in the way a fruit becomes sweeter over time, deeper in color, full of stories you can't rush. In youth, everything's potential, energy, spark, but aging is the harvest. It's where your lived wisdom begins to shine, in the way you pause before offering advice, in the way you've learned what truly matters and let go of what really doesn't, and in the way your presence alone can make someone feel seen, safe, and a little more okay with the world. We've been taught to fear aging like it's a slow fade out, but in Buddhist thought, the later stages of life aren't a decline, they're a deepening. It's when your practice ripens, when your compassion grows teeth, and your peace grows roots. Yes, your body is changing. Your skin is writing its own autobiography. Your joints now forecast the weather with alarming accuracy. But you're also more you than you've ever been. You've outgrown needing to impress every room you walk into. You've learned how to sit with discomfort and with joy. And you've developed the kind of laugh that makes people feel safe. This is not the end of the story. It's the part with the best dialogue. So let yourself ripen. Let your life become more flavorful. Let your laugh lines stretch and your softness expand, because none of it makes you less worthy. It makes you more human. And in Buddhism, being fully human, awake, aware, and loving is the whole point. So when the next wrinkle shows up uninvited, greet it like an old friend. Maybe name it, "Oh hey Sharon," and smile. Because you're not fading. You're unfolding. And it's a beautiful thing to watch.